So YKI specializes in a fundamental knowledge of surface chemistry. So that really means understanding what interactions take place as surfaces interact. So the molecular scale interactions. And the consequence of molecular scale interactions is vast. So that explains why car tires stick to a road or why ice skates over ice. So it all boils down to the fundamental interactions of molecules at surfaces. And we apply that knowledge to help in formulating products. But also, one of the strengths of YKI is extremely world-class instrument park. We have many sophisticated chemical analytical instruments to study the surface molecules. For example, we can do spectroscopy with the Raman instrument, and we can do ESCA analysis that tells us exactly what the surfaces are made up on. And we have a very well-trained technical staff who understand the relevance of doing the investigations. YKI has had a strong history of academic research, and traditionally we've worked quite selectively in a niche area of colloid science. And so nowadays we're tending to work more broadly in applying that knowledge into other areas. And so it tends to be more of utilizing the knowledge rather than simply doing the research for its sake. We have a very broad customer base, and it means that there's a lot of different research. But I personally work a lot with food and pharmaceutical companies, trying to improve formulation. So we have had a very good relationship with Pepsi, and we're trying to improve their food products to make the flavors much more healthier, natural flavors, and make the products healthier in general. And I also work with pharmaceutical companies, working with tablet formulation to improve the quality. But more importantly, in formulation area, we work a lot now with improving the solubility of poorly soluble drugs. There's going to be a time in the near future, maybe 5 years from now, where we're going to have medicines that are developed particularly for individual patients. So you could take a sample at the doctor, they could find your body type, and then they could prescribe a drug that would suit exactly your needs. Because at the moment you end up taking a blanket administration, much too much product, just to hope that some of it gets to the right place. But with targeted release, you can actually make sure that you get exactly the dosage that you need. So here's a practical example of surface functionalization. So here we have ordinary paper, and you can see what happens if we get it wet. It absorbs the water. And now, if we treat the paper with nanoparticles and a wax coating, then we can actually make the surface super hydrophobic. So if we now watch what happens. Yes, and now you can see that the liquid is just running off the paper. It's not sticking at all. So that has a lot of practical applications for functionalization of the paper. And so it's got uses in, for example, yogurt packaging or fruit juices, where you want to keep the liquid safe inside and not to wet the paper. As we are evolving at YKI to be involved in larger research projects and more interdisciplinary, there seems to be a very good opportunity for using the network bases at SP for collaboration with the other institutes. And I personally think there's a lot of synergy between the work that we do at YKI and some of the other sectors. Now we're moving towards company-based research in collaboration with many different institutes. So there's a good chance for collaboration with, for example, the cement or the glass institutes, where there's a lot of future for novel materials and utilizing nanotechnology.